This is just notes.
You need to send me a notice earlier. I don't know if you just want to.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I can see, yeah.
Okay. And then I'm just about ready if you guys are. Let me just get this last.
Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you.
Mic check.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Alright.
So again, this is gonna be standalone, so you can start on a 2-shot and then do whatever after that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I am rolling.
rolling. All right. So, Ms. Carter, tell me about why this is so important for you to participate in, and what you hope the students take away from this event.
Oh, well, I was a student. I was an HBCU student, so I didn't have like the mentors in costume design. I had to create mentors from other mediums, and I think it's important that now that I have blazed a trail, that I bring people into this trail of costume design, or even just how we grew into making this industry more inclusive. And I was an HBCU student, and I have a love for HBCUs. I do feel like mentorship is important, and it warms my heart to be around students, especially at Howard here. My best friend went to Howard. I went to Hampton, the real age.
I knew that was coming up. I knew that was coming up. Just with that thing.
I was holding it. But yeah, that's what's important.
You mentioned Hampton, your years at Hampton. How did that prepare you for the future?
Well, I was a costume designer at Hampton. I had a learning lab, a costume shop in the little theater on campus, and Hampton groomed me to follow my dreams. It encouraged me to light a fire and be the first. They didn't even have a curriculum at Hampton for costume design. So I was able to create my own curriculum by doing all of the plays. I did A Raisin in the Sun and Style Blind Pig, and it was a wonderful experience, and I think it's a shared experience amongst the HBCUs. We did sometimes have these theater festivals where all of the colleges would come together and perform, and it became a community, and this is just again an extension of the rich community of storytellers. It really is a storytelling medium, and we have so many stories. So, yeah.
And you talked about history as well, because you made history. You made history big time. Not only you did it not once, but you did it twice.
Yeah.
How amazing was that for you to break down that barrier?
I don't take that lightly. I think breaking barriers and making history, and us really being hailed for doing something big in the industry and making history, I do feel like I need to be present so other students can see that they too can make history. I mean, we have a long legacy of greatness at Black Wall Street, and we weren't hailed, we weren't praised, we didn't have enough support then, and so now that we do and we're becoming first, it's important that we show up for each other. And so that's why making history for me, it's not only like pulling up our ancestry and all of the great things that they did and showing our greatness, but it's also encouraging the next generation of greatness, because they too can step into my footsteps and stand where I stand and be great.
When you walked up there on the stage the first time you did that Academy Award, What was that like for you? When they called your name, what was that experience like? What was going through your mind?
Oh, it was a lot of butterflies. But the first person I saw in the audience was Spike Lee. And even though I won for Black Panther, which wasn't a Spike Lee joint, I remember being in Giza at the pyramids on a Spike Lee joint. I mean, Spike was the first person to say Ruth Carter is our designer. And it was because of 40 Acres and a Mule that I got the opportunities that I got. And so he was sitting right there when I got on stage. So I went off the speech and I said, "Thank you, Spike, for my start. I hope this makes you proud." Because it was because of him that I was on stage, and it was the first thing that just really poured through my heart.
Two HBCU, Hampton, and I think he was in Atlanta.
He went to Morehouse.
Right, so Hampton and Morehouse up there representing that
Yeah, well, yeah, we had a lot of Hamptonians on 40 Acres and a Mule films, and he was from Morehouse, and Monty Ross was from Morehouse, and Ernest Dickerson, and Robbie Reed was from Hampton, Ray Dowell was from Hampton. Like, we was represented back then. 40 Acres and a Mule was all about putting the diversity behind the camera, which was not present, and also telling the stories the way we wanted to tell them, not the way Hollywood wanted us to tell them.
A lot of people may see you, they always see the successful people and they're like, man, they make it look so easy.
Do I?
Absolutely.
Because it's hard.
It's hard, and I'm sure a lot of hard work went into every single thing you've ever done. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, I'll just say with Black Panther doing a superhero film, I'd never designed for a superhero, and Ryan Coogler invited me into Marvel, and you can't just walk into Marvel, you got to get your eye scanned, you need a Tony Stark passcode. But he sat there and he said, I came up watching Spike Lee joints, and I'm really happy you're here. He said, I went to see Malcolm X with my family, and the costumes, even as a young boy, when I watched Malcolm X, I remember them. So I feel like I had auditioned for Malcolm X for Black Panther when he was a child, because it impacted him and it made a difference. And so I realized I had something that I could bring to him as a filmmaker. I could already create worlds around superheroes like Malcolm X and Tina Turner, and it just put me at ease.
Anything else at all you want to add about your journey, your hard work, or what's next?
It's hard work, yes, but sacrifice and hard work is part of, what you have to do as young filmmakers, and I hope that I can impress that on, I don't really even think I need to impress that. These filmmakers here at this festival, they know that. I just want to reinforce that it does take a lot of dedication, a lot of missed holidays and birthdays with family, because you have to keep that focus, and as long as you are focused, nobody can stop you.
I think that's it.
Okay.
How'd you get into costume design when you first started? Do you remember?
Spike Lee gave me an opportunity. When I first got into costume design, Spike Lee gave me my first opportunity. I was working in theater, and I was doing a dance company's work, and he came and said, this is how you get more experience in film. Go to USC or UCLA, sign up to be on a student film. And I did, and I was on the weekends on a student film. And then he called me one morning very early. I was in Los Angeles, he was in New York, and he said, this is the man of your dreams. And I was like, Denzel? And he was like, no, this is Spike. I want you to do my first studio film, School Day. So his first studio film was my first film. And because I had gone to an HBCU, I knew the lay of the land, and so it was the perfect first project for me and for all of us, because we all we were a little tribe of HBCU students.
That's it. Thank you.